Greetings upon
Hi.
greetings.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yes.
Welcome to another edition of Here to Help You, the show that gets no attention, but we don't care. You know why? Because
Why?
we're not thinking, we don't have delayed gratification. We don't need the gratification now. We are allowed, we can, and we're capable of delaying it. That's why, Dave.
It's very nice.
You like that, eh?
I do.
Yeah, man, that's how you deal with your ego. Welcome, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Spring has sprung.
Facts.
Spring has sprung. It's fun. I'm actually warm in a sweater today. I can't take it off though, because
She's not
I'm wearing
allowed
a
to.
shaper. So
She's not allowed to.
I gotta keep the
Besides,
shape.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, big up themselves, yeah?
Yeah. Plus, I have too much cleavage showing. So, anyhow, greetings to everyone. So today's gonna be a little bit different than we usually do it. So, if you are in front of your computer or your phone right now, we're gonna play a video. I'm gonna play it now, and I'm also gonna play it at the end. Just about a minute and 30 seconds of it. What we're doing is we're prepping you for our discussion today, because today we're talking about searching the soul and how important that is. So if you do have your phone in front of you right now, I would like for you for the next minute and 30 seconds just to put everything down and focus on the film. During the rest of the show, we're actually going to be playing it behind us, and it is, again, I'm letting you know, for priming purposes. And I will warn you that some of the visuals are going to be a little bit alarming and might be a little weird, but this is actually called, and I'll let you know where it's from. It is called Awakening of the Third Eye, and it's by the Teos Wind Spirit Music. And this video has over, oh my goodness, they say this for me? It's the last time I messed it up.
Maybe I should just let you struggle.
No! How many?
How many zeros are there?
Stop.
4 million.
Four. I'd be like 430,000
There you go.
views on YouTube. So check this out. And again, my suggestion to you, focus on the middle of the video and the center of the video and let your eyes relax. All right? So this video,
That's pretty wild, huh?
yeah,
Pretty trippy.
4 million views.
I can imagine.
Over.
Yeah, I
But
understand
honestly,
why.
and it's supposed to, everyone's supposed to see something a little bit different.
Well, of course, we got some viewers in the audience right now, right? In studio, that is, right? And so, like, we all came up with, like, different images.
Images that we saw.
Yeah.
That's right. So let's talk about this third eye, because it is about awakening your third eye. So let's just go talk about that a little bit, because the third eye is connected to the soul.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to do this quickly because we have a few things we want to cover in our search today.
Go through it.
All right. So the third eye is supposed to be a Hindu Buddhist type of concept, and it's the locus of occult power and wisdom in the forehead of the deity, which is sometimes why they put that right here.
Similar to the pineal gland.
To the pineal gland,
Right.
exactly. So that's an informal way of looking at it, is just seeing it as the pineal gland, right? That's your third eye, which is weakened by fluoride and some other things in nature.
Fried
Not
foods,
nature,
so on and so
sorry.
forth.
It's the stuff that is
Out of balance.
that keeps you out of balance and offside nature. So your third eye, it's good to understand that before we go into the soul. So I did a quick research on the term soul and what soul is, and I got a few different things. And I found some artwork.
You want to start over?
I found some artwork, which helps to, I guess, create the visual for what some of these definitions are. Okay, so
Go for it.
the soul is the immaterial essence, animating principle, or actuating cause of an individual life. Okay? The spiritual principle embodied in human beings, all rational and spiritual beings, or the universe. Also, and this is my first picture, a person's total self. Can we throw up the picture for this one? Of the person's total self? No? Yes?
It's coming.
It's coming?
Yeah, be patient.
Ah.
Total self.
The total self. Isn't she hot?
All them type of curvatures.
All type of curves. Look, she's wearing a waist trainer for a minute.
Stop
Wrong
it.
with it. So,
She's just eating the right foods, man.
or wearing a waist trainer. So,
Spiritual enhancement, you know?
a spiritual waist trainer. So, an active or essential part, which I found really important to talk about, the fact that our soul is an active and essential part, but it's so quickly ignored and so easily ignored sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we live it day to day. I mean, especially for us as Africans here in the diaspora, we are stuck in survival.
Always.
So the things that we should have gravitated towards in regards to nourishing the soul, feeding the soul,
We don't do.
not enough of.
No, we don't. Yeah, and it's like we feed everything else. It's funny because I think we feed our physical bodies so much.
Enough.
We never take the time
Right.
to feed our souls.
Right.
Our souls will be empty for weeks. All type of dry up, flies flying around your soul. All right, so
Are you calling for maggots? This is what it is?
just like
Really?
I was about to say, like the Ethiopian, like the videos
Stop
they show,
it.
but that's what
Stop
they show.
it.
That's how
Stop
that's how
it.
many of our souls look.
Just
Big belly, full of
frazzle out.
gas.
Frazzle out. Stop it.
So the next thing, this is our next picture,
All
is
right.
it's a moving spirit. That's another thing about our souls, that it's always moving.
Right. Constancy
Also
and
seen
agency.
as the leader. Look at that. Look
Yeah.
at the movement.
Uh-huh.
Watch us as African beings moving. What?
You know, it's interesting that you say that the only culture that, or one of the primary cultures I'm going to be looking into today is the ancient Kemetic or ancient Egyptian, right? And they've always detested laziness because it now brings in inertia or lack of movement.
Yeah, man. And
Right.
idle hands.
There you go, right?
Yeah.
And of course, this movement, which they speak of, right, always enables one to go ahead and actually push for, of course, greater things, whether it's physically, materially, or of course, internally.
All type of movement. Really. All right. So the next one is arousing emotion and sentiment. So this is the quality that arouses our emotion and our sentiment. Our soul arouses emotion and sentiment. Look at that. Look at her looking up and someone almost looking through her. Isn't that incredible?
That's nuts, man.
Right? Spiritual or moral force. Fervor. I love that word.
So do I.
Fervor. I even like saying
Say
it.
that one more time for me.
Fervor. And then we have the African soul. This I found interesting, the fact that the word soul is connected to being African. So, strong positive feeling as of intense sensitivity and emotional fervor, conveyed especially by African American performers. So that soul, that move, that need to, like, I think I have another picture for that too. The idea that music is what moves us. The fact that when we dance, when we're in motion, there's like it's natural for us. You can see the soul. That's what music is called. It's called soul, R&B, and soul, right?
Well, even prior to that, right? You're looking now, of course, music being an instrument now as when someone's conducting a ritual onto, of course, the gods, right? When they go ahead and call out that spirit and invoke that spirit,
It's through
rhythm.
movement and rhythm.
Exactly,
and
right?
bass and house
Right?
music. Here to house you. Just a quick plug.
on today.
Jones Radio, English one. Okay, that was such a horrible plug. Who cares?
So you'll get into the chats in a moment.
So, cultural consciousness and pride among people of African heritage. So, this is why this was important for us to do this today, because I really want us to understand that us as Africans, naturally, we are full of soul, but yet our souls are empty and we are disconnected from it, or we have sold it, which is unfortunate.
True.
Right.
You know, I don't find it surprising or alarming that the sources that you drew from mentioned that, of course, Africans
It was
and soul,
Merriam-Webster,
right? It's even better, right? The slave owner.
the Merriam-Webster dictionary,
Yes, slave
straight
owner.
from the colonists.
Yes, right. So I mean, you know, like when you look at now, of course, the inception of spiritual-based systems, right? Where else are you going to look to? Of course, the place that which our life originated from.
Africa,
Thank you.
Africa.
Yes.
All right.
Say it again, girl.
So Africa.
Thank you so much.
Fervor.
What do you mean? With such fervor.
So the synonyms for soul
Uh-huh.
were other things that I found interesting. So it's the psyche or the spirit. So your soul is very much connected to your mind. Okay, which is why, again, mental health is so important. You've got to make sure that your psyche is taken care of and it's nourished. Because when you nourish your psyche, you nourish your soul. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come back in with, because we don't just like to present problems, right? Yes, okay. So we found out that many of our souls look like the
just
Ethiopians
in our
the
trouble.
videos with flags hanging around it. But we're going to find a way. What? We're going to find a way.
Boy.
It's not my fault they make those videos. I'm just telling you what I see. So we're going to find a way to feed the soul. So it's almost like every day we're putting in like a little bit of a donation to our soul.
I like
Okay?
that.
Yeah, man, we're donating to the souls.
There we go.
So that they're not gassy. We're going to end with a little bit of the video that was playing before. And then throughout the show, we're going to actually be playing it behind us so that you guys can continue to, as you're watching to us, have visuals and see. And you know what? For our audience, you guys can maybe even start documenting what you see. If you have the ability to, write down some of the things you're seeing. Because remember, this is coming from you. We project from the outside in. Inside out is what I mean.
Much better.
We project from the inside out. So if you're seeing something, it's what you're projecting from what you see. I was seeing angry teddy bears. This might mean I have a problem, but we'll talk about this at a later date. Let's end with the video, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes on Here to Help You.
So enraged.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, look at the video behind now. You guys gonna see stuff. Can we? I guess we'll show more of the video.
All trippy.
So we'll show some more, but just focus on it. You guys can concentrate on it a little bit. So I'm just starting my Facebook Live so that everyone else can see what's happening here.
Right.
But you guys can follow us also on YouTube, Periscope, because we're in all three places, and Facebook, guys. So yeah,
Please
go
do.
on with that. So today we're nourishing the soul. That's what we are doing today. We are nourishing the soul, and my production manager told me to make sure I just sit up. So what we're going to do now, Mr. Rankin, is we're going to go through some quotes for many of us who don't know how to search for the soul to start doing that.
Okay.
Okay?
And you know, because as I said before, I'm only looking to one. I'm only using one culture, right? And the only reason I'm using one culture, in this case, ancient Egypt or Kemet, is because they had the largest body of work. Right, and not only did they have the largest body of work, they had various methods. So from storytelling to, of course, proverbs or quotes to, of course, our spiritual scriptures as well. So we're going to use a little bit of each in regards to what we're doing, but we're going to make sure we bounce back forth and forth.
So let me start with one. Let's start with soul searching and what it's about. So this is my very first one. I think Selena has. There it is. So
Oh, yeah. That's
many
nice.
people think that being spiritual means being positive, but being spiritual means being conscious and aware. To become conscious is a much different thing than to become positive. To become conscious and aware, we must become authentic. Authenticity includes both positive and negative. And this is a quote by Miss Teal Swan. So when I first read this, something about soul searching is that people need to understand it's not all about butterflies and happy moments. It's ugly because when you truly search your soul, sometimes you can figure out a few things. A, you may not have one because you sold it. No, that's the reality of it. Some people talk about selling their souls for things like money, for
Yeah.
something as material as money, but
Right.
people will sell it for that.
Yeah.
Or when you do search your soul and you see your real self, you run from it because it's ugly. And that's why she hinted on the fact that soul searching, when you're searching, it's not always about spirituality and it being butterflies and rainbows and everything's positive. No, it's ugly. It's
Right.
dirty. It's seeing that side of you that doesn't look very good and figuring out the fact that you have to work through that.
Yeah.
Really figuring it out. Because some of us sometimes look at it, we're just like, bun this, we're not doing this, forget it. I'll just go back to my complacent life and my belly's just going to look round and flies going to be flying around my soul because that's what I want.
That's what some people want.
Rankin, what are your
Right.
thoughts about this?
You know, I like it because it definitely shows regards to like the balance that we need, right? We all have these two pieces to our personality, right?
The yin, the yang.
Or dualities, right?
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So I mean,
Black, white,
there we go, right? Whatever you want to be good or whatever you want to be bad,
good or bad.
right? So I mean, it's
Jenny or Simone.
can we talk?
Sorry. Just saying.
I know. Hush. But yeah, as a continuing on, you know, it's amazing that, of course, you know, when you look at spiritual based systems, right, it's supposed to go ahead and allow us to search for balance, right, and that's what the quote reminds me of.
The search for balance.
The search for balance.
The need for balance.
Yes.
Okay. What's your story? Because I know you have some type of like elaborate thing to show me up like you usually do. Go ahead, Dave.
Thank you very much for the segue. Can we get a show? Can I have everybody show you the picture of my art, please? So I'm going to be speaking on my art because my art, in regards to ancient Egyptian or Kemetic culture, this was the primary focus on for everybody. Actually, not my art. My art, you should see her as the one with the ostrich feather. Yeah, should probably wings stretched out. This is another figure we gonna speak
get
about in
there.
a moment. But no worries though.
Selena just ahead of time because she's forward thinking.
No worries.
She's trying to rush the soul searching, girl. Calm it down.
I know.
Is this it?
No. Yeah. No worries. We'll get to it in a moment. But anyways, with my art, in human terms, basically she represents the right thing to do. Right. So of course now when we're seeking our balance, right, when we're wrestling, of course, whether going in one direction or another, that's all set. But we're getting closer though. you know.
That's not her either. We're getting there, girls.
We're getting there. It's all good. It's all love.
No.
Don't worry. It's all good.
Ostrich feather.
Ostrich feather. We see one with a feather right in the middle,
top of our head.
on top of our head. Yeah, there you go. Right. Her 7 principles were associated with truth, justice, righteousness, balance, harmony, order, and reciprocity. Right. All of this will go ahead and generate virtue. Right. Virtue meaning, of course, moral excellence, righteousness,
Is this her?
and goodness. There we go.
There we go.
Beautiful.
There's my art.
There we go. Right. Dr. Muata Ashby, in his book called Ma'at Philosophy, he says there that we are to understand that Ma'at comes first in the spiritual discipline. Right. In other words, virtue must come, and then the spirit must follow. Right. And this is what this is all about.
So explain that. Virtue must come, then the spirit must follow.
Yes. You know, the only way they went ahead and did this now, of course, was to recite Ma'at's 42 laws. Right. Sort of like the 10 Commandments. Or these are where the 10 Commandments have been taken from. Right.
Yeah.
So they recited them numerous times a day. Dr. Ben said that they recited them, in fact, 5 times a day. Very similar, of course, to the Muslims when they recite their salat.
Yes.
Right? So very similar. So you can see you guys select the inception, of course,
Where it
everything is
started, the
spawned.
Genesis.
There we go, right? So they would go ahead and actually recite these, not only just for memory, right? But also when they were faced with any type of situation, right? Something's going to kick in because they recited these laws for so many times over and over and over
Keeps
again.
you righteous.
There you go.
That makes sense. So in a way, I guess you're saying to continue to feed your soul is to continue to recite things that keep your soul pure.
Beautiful.
And if you continue to recite them, when you go to do something stupid,
Something is supposed to kick in.
It will kick
that,
in.
That notion, that verse, that one little thing while reciting those laws
Yeah.
should go ahead and kick in, right? There are a couple books out there that I think we're going to refer to. In fact, for children, the easiest one to go ahead and swallow right now, for anybody who's never heard of course, the laws of Ma'at, pick up the book called Light as a Feather. It's a children's book.
okay,
Right, it actually goes through the 48 laws of Ma'at, but it's written in such simple language that even, of course, the child will be able to go ahead and understand. And if the child understands, then that means adults will go ahead and get a little bit clearer of a picture.
all right.
Right. Also, Makeda Wisdom. If anybody wants to go on YouTube, look up Makeda Wisdom. She's from Quebec. She's got an actual video on how to use Ma'at for beginners. Wonderful video, very easy, very simple as well.
Thank you, because you know another thing too is that we need to be providing sources for people to learn. We can't just, again, I'm not about just delivering bad news and saying, well, this is what's messed up about you, fix it. We've got to provide solutions, right? Because that's not fair. But that's what happens a lot of time. I think I was speaking to someone even about just mental health, where they're like, you know what, we'll go for 3 sessions and that's all they give us, and then we're just left open and like
Lost.
and
Yeah.
vulnerable, right? So we need to provide solutions as well. Did you have anything else to say on this, or can I jump to another?
Go ahead.
Can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we pull up our next one, please? So, please. So, we cannot carry another on their way. Oh, no, you jumped to soul loss. Okay, let's do this. So, whenever we suffer a physical or emotional trauma, it is said that a part of our soul flees the body in order to survive the experience. With every cut and wound, our essence and vitality grows weaker. This process is called soul loss. So
It's very profound, isn't it, huh?
we can see how this is happening,
Yeah.
right? We can see how our people, especially Africans living in the diaspora,
Yes.
because that's what it's called.
Despised.
In the
Spora.
despised diaspora, that we've suffered a lot because we have that trauma, right? So we have the intergenerational trauma passed down from our ancestors because we're experiencing it. We made it,
Yeah.
but our ancestors have to go through something for us to be here,
Right.
Right? And then we're working on surviving, like you said, and think about that. Every single trauma that we feel, a bit of our soul is gone. Can
Yeah.
you imagine that?
And that's where, I guess people will now begin to feel numb when a situation takes place.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. That numbness happens where it's like you almost forget to feel.
Right.
Or you've learned to find a way to
To-
turn it off.
to
Or
cope.
you find addictions.
Yes.
Right? So it's important that we do soul searching because when we begin to search our souls for real, we start to see again, it's that authenticity, that good and bad.
Here you go.
Right? All right, your turn.
You're gonna like my next one.
Let me hear it.
This one is taken from also what I mentioned before, Ma'at Philosophy by Dr. Muwatta Ashby. He says that adversity is the seed of well-doing. It is the nurse of heroism and boldness. Who that hath enough will endanger himself to have more. Who is that at ease will set their life on the hazard. Committed proverb regarding adversity. Right.
Please explain this.
I'm going to get there, right? So look at adversity as in regards to a divine messenger, right? When that problem or challenge arises, what are we going to do, right? Are we going to take the either fight or flight risk or the soul loss, as you mentioned before, right? Continues on to state that adversity is a form of resistance which life places on all beings for the purpose of engendering them a need to strive to overcome it. So when everybody's faced with this challenge, right?
Okay.
Instead of looking at adversity in regards to that as the negative aspect,
Looking at it as being positive.
right? Because it's going to go ahead now and draw out strength, which
That
we
we didn't even know we
never knew
had.
before.
But that is true because if you think about it, when you speak to people who've been through some things, it's like they speak on it afterwards very strongly. But when they were going through it,
Yeah, hell and high water, of course.
personal experience. I
Right.
can say that's why I always tell people who are going through things. I spoke to a friend this morning, and she's about to go through a very chaotic time in her life. And I said to her, you've got to, first of all, visualize what you want the ending to look like and focus on that ending. I go, right now, it may look like like a small hole, like, you know, you're going through a dark tunnel.
Right.
And
the
that
light-
hole
the
is
light
very
so
tiny.
far.
And then
Yeah.
as you get close, that light gets bigger.
Right.
That's what it's like. That's what adversity feels like. And that's what I experienced myself, is that adversity where it was started so small where I was like, when am I ever going to get there? That light, I'll never feel that light. Now my skin brown,
See that?
all type of sun.
That's right. You know, it's the great source of strength and spiritual inspiration.
But I had to soul search.
But you have to go through it.
Yeah.
Right. And trial by fire, as they say, or, you know, sword, of course, like sword, you know, as they say, you know, I mean, but in order for us to go to have that type of soul shifting,
Yeah.
right, as opposed to that soul loss, right, we have to begin now the process of planting these seeds where we can go ahead and look at this challenging situation as a way of God calling us to go ahead and pull out these positive traits,
Yeah.
right? God, we use God for this case.
Yeah,
right?
that's just, we're going to give it a general. Universe.
Right.
Whatever you call the Almighty, the Creator, that's a choice. We're not going to put that on you. We just say God because it's pretty universal.
Right.
Allah means God.
Right.
Right? It's pretty universal. So when we come back, we're going to continue with our search for the soul on Here to Help You.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity in our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. So we have begun our search for the soul, is what we're calling it today. And what we're doing is we're identifying the disconnect that exists within our community, within our lives, and within ourselves. Yeah, within our families,
Definitely.
within our relationships,
Of course.
right? And we're talking about the fact that we don't want to look like those children on the commercials, and our souls just look like, you know, hungry. We need to feed them, right?
Good choice of words.
I tried to change that up a little bit so I wasn't being redundant. All right, so let's go into our next quote. So we cannot carry another on their own way. In soul searching, we must all find our own legs beneath us, our own voice inside of us, and our own light to guide us. So this quote here, I would say is more directed at helpers like myself,
Okay.
which is why I drew it out, because sometimes as a helper, you try to do the most. Like, you think you can take your pain, another person's pain, you can take on the whole world's pain, but you can't, because everyone's light is different. But it's something I
But
had to learn.
It's true.
Right? People have to learn their own way, right? And you can be there for support, but your journey is your own, and their journey is their own. Their soul is their own, your soul is your own. So you can be there to assist, like I am with a lot of the people that I work with. I'm there as an assistant, but I can't help you make the decisions and make those decisions for your soul. Those have to be on you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it takes, and it's going to tie in perfectly in regards to what I got coming next.
You better. You got the script like 3 hours ago.
So hold
This
on.
guy's pretending like tying in with me is supposed to be something like
Let me brush off my shoulders. Sure. So, High Priest Ra-Tem, I don't remember exactly which shrine he belongs to. However, though, he says the following, and you're going to remember this because
Is
we
there
did
a picture for this? What did you label
No,
it?
don't worry about this. See that now? You're trying to clone me. It's sucker yourself, girl. Anyways.
Look for Ra-Tem.
No. Don't look for nothing. No, don't look for anything. It's all right. Sucker yourself, man. You want ratings. Go ahead. Anyways, he states here, commitment is what transforms promise into reality. Commitment is having the mental stability in order to see it through. It is the power of change. Sorry, so the power to change the face of things, right? And what you said just a while ago in regards to now, of course, being the helper, right? But those people that you help have to make a commitment.
Yes. I can't help them.
Exactly.
Right? Like, listen, you know how hard it is when I'm trying to help somebody?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yeah, Simone, you're right. Yeah. And then they go back the next day and do the same blasted thing. I just told them wasn't helping them. It's like, why did you, like, why? And then they come back a week later like, oh my God, Simone. And honestly, I stopped getting upset though because I understand the journey is theirs.
Yeah.
They have to go.
It's
through
rough. It's tough, man. I mean, like we can look at so many things, like of course, stories upon stories upon stories. Look at yourself. Look at now the Hyksos invasion, which took place in about 1675 BC, right? Look at ancient Egypt, right, as your mind, right, and the invasion of people coming in are the negative facts which invade the mind, right? Now you have this idea that yes, I'm going to go ahead and like thwart this negativity, right? But in the event, of course, it gets slew or thrown down or smited, right? I know, right?
Shakespearean.
I'm pulling out all the stops today, folks. Suck yourself, buddy. Right. So, for instance, now, one ideal may raise up in the form of now of Pharaoh Sekhen Ratau, right? And if you ever look up, of course, his picture, right, his mummy is disgusting because he died a very gruesome death on the battlefield.
Oh boy.
Right, which could happen, of course, to that ideal that a person may have towards, to run towards and make that commitment.
Okay.
Because of course, look at New Year's resolutions. Right, it's supposed to take some sort of commitment, right? But of course, they don't last.
Those are a hot mess.
Right. But you try again, right? In this case, in the form of Kamos, right, his son, and of course, he dies, or that ideal dies. But in Amos now, who happens to be the last son, he says, or the ideal that one has, it's like, okay, great. I tried it like this, I tried it like this, I tried it like this, and it didn't work. Now we're going to do it this way, and now it works. So you're able to go ahead and rid the invaders of the line, or the negativity from your mind.
You're so smart. You know that?
Thank you.
Yeah, guy.
Appreciate it.
Like, there's not many people smarter than me, so you take that. All right. Let's move to the next one. So, soul work. I think that's my next one. Yes. So, soul work is the core need of every path and every pursuit. Without it, our lives feel empty, dead, directionless, and meaningless. Without it, we remain psychologically and spiritually immature. In other words, without soul work, we can never ripen into our fullest potential.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me that ain't the truth. And this is why I'm telling you, soul work is not easy. Soul work is difficult. Soul work is facing every demon that you have and trying to figure out, A, where it came from. Why am I acting this way? Why can't I get past this hump? Why do I have this addiction? And now that I've discovered this addiction, what do I do with it?
Right.
Do I live my life with it?
Right.
Do I try to amend it? Do I try to fight it? Because anyone else who's struggling with demons out there, you know how hard it is to fight a demon?
Very rough.
That's my thought on soul work. I've done it and it's tough.
Yeah.
I do it every day, right? I feed my soul every day because I understand going through that type of work, it will beat you up and spit you out.
That's the thing, in regards to, once again, reciting those 42 laws of Ma'at for yourself in regards to how you feed your soul. That's you reciting your laws of Ma'at, right? To keep yourself in balance. And more important, like you've made a commitment, like we said just a while ago, right? Remember, commitment transforms reality, right? Turns it into reality, right? So this is what you're doing right now, is making this commitment day in and day out. I mean, we all do it. You and I, we both do it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's the viewers out there that do it as well. And we would love to hear from you guys what methods, what works for you.
What do you do to search for your soul? How do you feed your soul every single day? We'd love to see it. So definitely put that in comments. How do you feed your soul? And the reason why we ask for this type of, or we do this call for action, is because we want us to be sharing ideas throughout our community, because what works for me may not work for you. But there might be someone else who shares something that does work for you because they've dealt with some of your circumstances.
And that's the thing about community, right? Having that communal process, right? Because whatever we've gone through or have gone through, you're going to want to find someone who's actually gone through it as well. We mentioned last week the Jegna, right? The one who's been tried and tested.
I don't remember that.
Don't worry, I'm telling you now so that you
Okay.
remember, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, all right? Always I look for real things. Right? So, I mean, like, there's always somebody out there who has gone to it, and more importantly, in regards to, like, let's look at now in regards to, like, our communities or our ancient civilizations, right? Who've now had a council of elders we can go to with these issues or go through with these problems, right? They can go ahead and set you on this right path,
Right.
right?
So what we can do, because we have, one more segment left, right? We're in our 4th segment already. That's crazy. This time always flies by with you guys, everyone.
It does.
You guys. I can't even talk.
Well,
I think I'm like hot. Tired. There's like a couple of things going on with me. But what we'll do is when we come back, because we did start a little late, we'll end the segment a little bit early. And when we come back, we'll go over our last couple soul-searching
yeah, well, let's do it.
ideologies and see how that flies with everybody. We'll see you guys soon. I'm here to help you.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity in our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
Welcome back, everybody. So if you guys are still seeing this, usually we have our Here to Help video up behind us. But today, I don't know if you guys can see the nose. Yeah, so there's a nose. So I put this trippy video in, and it's credits of, hold on, make sure I credit the person because I don't want to be hit with plagiarism. They are the Teos Wind Spirit Music. That's who is credited for this video. And what it's supposed to do is awaken your third eye. And I put this up because I wanted to help with the stimulation of the show today. And when you're watching this, if you get a chance to, there's actually going to be a link that we'll put in our website for them to go to, and you can watch this video. It's 5 minutes long, but I definitely would suggest you guys watching it. This is really cool because you see a whole bunch of different images, and it's supposed to awaken your third eye and all that type of stuff. So that'd be cool. All right, So let us move to, let's see. We on segment 4 already?
Yes, we are.
Holy cow. All right, so I have a quote there. So my next one, which is quote number 5.
Okay.
I think so.
That was said with much fervor.
Soul. Yes. Important. So this is about feeding your soul.
All right.
So your soul is requiring you to heal deeper, to elevate past the hurt, to transcend beyond what happened, to let go of what no longer serves you, to protect your energy daily, to get the lesson, to master your thoughts and emotions, to forgive yourself, to love yourself unconditionally, and to honor your body temple, all in order to thrive and to vibrate higher. This is why it is so important to nourish our soul.
I like that.
Yeah, man, this one's a cool one. That one was like pretty deep. Like I like some of the ones that they hit on to protect your energy.
Very important. Very, very important.
This is why I don't talk to a lot of people. Straight goods. Because I don't have the time. No, sometimes, listen.
But all type of white sage. Where the...
Oh my gosh, I'm forever burning sage. What? My house is like an incense box. Like you walk in there, it's just like you're walking into a smoke bomb. I'm sorry, listen. I'm empathic, okay? Like my sign is Cancerian, and Cancerians feel everything. So I have to be very careful and protect my energy. I do. And of course, again, being a helper, I want to take on people's pain sometimes. And I overwhelm myself, which is why it's so important that
tough.
I feed my soul.
Yeah, you got to be able to go in and ground yourself afterwards.
My morning ritual for people who want to try it. My very first thing when I open my eyes is like I give thanks for what I have and what I don't have, because I know what I don't have is gonna come.
Yes.
So I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for you for being in my life. I'm thankful for my friends, new and old, who have come into my life, who are helping me through this journey.
Yes.
I'm grateful. Before I even open my eyes, I'm grateful. And then one of the first things I do in the morning is I put on something that has to do with gratitude, and it feeds my soul.
There you go.
Right? I do it every morning. It is ritual now for me. But I guarantee you, my day starts and usually ends a lot better than if I start with CP 224 that's telling me about everyone who's been arrested, murdered, gun up, knife up.
All that
How
stuff.
does that feed your soul? And a lot of us are addicted to that. I know certain people who are sitting beside me who were addicted to that until they met me. But once they met me, they started to feed their soul.
Hold on. I like what God right now, you know.
I was just telling truth, but you
It's
don't do it
truth.
anymore, babe.
No, I still watch the news.
Yeah, but
because
not
you know
first thing in the morning.
you have to still be caught up on current events.
That's what people who watch the news say.
Of course, that you mean.
But you don't do it as much anymore. You don't turn it on right away. You used to start your morning with CP24.
I still start the morning after I go ahead and do my morning rituals.
But he does a morning
But-
ritual before the news. That's what I thought.
Yes.
Your turn.
Heineken story time. You see me? All right.
Heineken?
Yes.
Like the drink?
Like the drink.
buckle?
Yes. Heineken.
Like the green buckle
I
drink?
like the green buckle drink.
Wow with it.
All right. So, the birth of your virgin. You're one of your favorite Naturs, Anubis or Anpu.
Oh,
or
Anubis and Anupu? Anpu?
Anpu, Anup. Yeah, those
Yeah,
are two
man, the
different
dark
ones.
side.
Yes. Well, not really the dark side,
Sorry.
right? So,
Death.
I bet you didn't know how he came into existence.
No, I don't.
All right. So, Asar coming back from a long journey, the people of the land, they hold a feast for him, right? So he gets drunk, right? Intoxicated, as they say in the books, right? And he ends up going to his sister-in-law, basically Nebhet or Neftis. They make love, and that's how Anpu comes into existence.
Anpu.
So Set now, who's the husband, right? Of course, he's upset. Wow, God, how you
Set's
mean?
a madman.
So tech, you know, as the ancient, you know, Kemetic tongue would say, right? So he's upset. So he looks for, you know, his wife. So, you know, like, of course, he wants to kill her, kill the baby, so on and so forth, right? So, anyways, now Nebet, knowing this, she gone.
I'd do the same
Vacates.
thing. I'd be outraged.
Right,
Like,
so-
oh, Jesus.
During her vacation, you know, her trying to escape Set. Of course, she does have the child, right? And she leaves him in the marsh.
She just left our picnic?
Left. Yeah, of course, left him. Anyways, Set or Isis, right, finds the youth and raises it as her
As her
own,
own.
right? And to this day, Anpu will forever be the protector of Set. Cool story, right? But now, of course, like every other story, mythology, right? There's a deeper truth.
There's a deeper truth.
Right? Mustafa Gadal is going to help me out with this one as well. So Asar, he represents the mortal man carrying with him or herself, right, the potential of spiritual salvation. Right? Nebhet, right, represents the highest moral qualities. So in order to go ahead now, of course, you know, to bring out this, you know, be the person or have your soul reach that salvation, you must go ahead and attune yourself with these high moral qualities. And through this now, of course, the birth of Anpu represents now the right sense of direction
Anpu.
or discernment.
Judgment.
There you go. Right? He's
Judgment.
forever located or associated with the funeral scene.
Uh-huh.
Right? You see where we're going at with this,
Yeah,
right?
man.
So
Get it.
now, Set now, as we know now, of course, the destructive force, right?
Reminds me of Jenny.
There you go, right? So the destructive force will always want to go ahead and take one person or a person off that path or sense of that discernment.
Yes, it does.
She can associate, right?
Absolutely.
Of course, right? So anyways, Aset now, because she now went ahead and raised Anpu, right, as her own, Aset is the power not only just to be receptive, but also the ability to search for truth and put everything together.
Back together.
Yes.
Yeah, because Set cut off his brother's penis and put it, like, threw it into the catfish mouth. This is why enough man don't yam catfish. I'm telling the truth.
I would have leave it there.
But he
You know,
did. That's a story. He cut his
there is
brother
a
up
story.
into like 12 pieces.
14.
14 pieces.
14 pieces.
Cut off his brother's penis
Yes.
and flung it into a catfish mouth.
Right.
Like, who does these type of things?
Well,
Sounds Jamaican.
it's the mythology, right? We have elaborate stories, right? But the culminate everything though, it's the wisdom which allows a person to put everything together, right? The understanding, of course, the higher reality, the
Yes.
spirit,
Yes.
right? That's why, of course, Anpu, the sense of direction, right? Discernment will always be the protector of putting everything.
Back together.
There you go.
Including the penis?
They never found it.
That's a terrible thing to waste.
But you know what?
Terrible.
It didn't matter because you know what?
Do you eat catfish?
No, I do not.
You see? I told you guys. Why don't you eat catfish, Dave?
I mean, I'm swimmers because they swim around.
They swim around. You don't. Do you eat cat swimmers?
Stop it. Yeah, beg for it. Stop it.
Okay, I think my next one is gonna go really well with this.
All right.
Okay, so
Go on with it.
my next one, Miss Lady, which is one day you'll find peace with your demons.
Lovely.
This is when you search for the soul. You see it? What? I find it. All right. So
Go on with it.
one day you will make peace. Nope, that's not it. It's okay though. I'm gonna pull that one up. Leave it up. Leave it up. That's important. I'm still gonna pull it up because it's right here. You're not off. You're not too far. All right. So when you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. Can we put that one? But also, can we do number 6, please? Let's throw that one up as well because that one goes really well with what we're talking about. There it is. So one day you'll make peace with your demons, and the chaos in your heart will settle flat. And maybe for the first time in your life, life will smile right back at you and welcome you home. So, accepting with soul searching, you remember spirituality, and it's not just about positivity. It's about taking in your humanity, who you are as a person, understanding your trauma, understanding your soul loss.
Yes.
Understanding the work that you still have to do because of that soul loss.
Yes.
Right? And understanding that your demons exist, whether you want to believe them or not. You can act as Molly-made, housekeeping, government, nice, working, corporate world as you want. You have demons. And this is why sometimes when people find out things about people, like, oh my God, I can't believe that they would have, I would never have known. Well, I know. This is why I'm not surprised by anybody, because I know people have demons. When I find out something about people, I'm just like, I don't judge because I get it, right? Everyone has a secret.
Yeah,
Right?
you know, at the end of
What's
the
your
day,
secret, Dave?
I like to dance in the shower.
Lies. What's your secret? I
like-
shower with you. So what's a lie? What's your secret?
You don't see me dancing?
No. What's your secret? Come on. If you had one demon, what's one of your demons? Let's be real. Let's be authentic here with our viewers. What's one of your demons?
You know, consistency.
Consistency.
Maintaining consistency.
That's so vague.
No, it's,
Consistency
it's,
with what?
It's huge, though. I mean, for instance, no, I myself, I got into the habit of reading the Laws of Ma'at twice a day,
Okay.
right? One in the morning and once before nighttime, right? And it's, of course, it's just maintaining that consistency,
Okay.
right? Because, of course, you know, things come up. I may get it just one time in the morning, or I may get it one time in the afternoon.
Guys,
right?
that's not
But
what I was talking about. I was talking about like a real demon.
what I'm saying, you know, maintaining consistency is a demon for me, because I'll start and stop.
Consistency with women. Let's get juicy with this, Regin. What kind of consistency you're talking
Sorry,
about?
my girl. But then but I do not allow my dirty laundry to go ahead and
But
be
we
hung
have
on
to
the
help
front,
people.
right?
And people need to know that there's other people who are going at this. So, okay, we'll go with Dave's consistency because that's what he's going to use right now.
That's what I got, man. Consistency. That's a huge demon for me.
Commitment.
What about it?
That's mine.
Mm.
Commitment.
Okay.
Being able to commit to something completely and fully.
There you go.
People, relationships,
Mm-hmm.
man,
Mm-hmm.
commitment. But I think about it, the good things I can say this to you beside me, and you know this about me already.
Yeah.
This is why I care about you so much, because you embrace my demons. You don't make me feel bad about them.
It's not for me to judge.
Thank you, Dave.
You're very
Appreciate
welcome.
you. All
Cool.
right. You have time for one.
I got time for one more? All right. Let me, I got a couple quotes,
Okay.
right? Since I stayed in one culture, I'm going to go ahead and move around to different
All
different
right.
cultures.
Let's do it.
For instance, in Rwanda proverb says that if your mouth turns into a knife, it will cut off your lips.
Obviously.
Right?
Explain what this has to do with the soul.
Well, I mean, once again, it's that negativity, right? You can
Okay.
feed yourself with the negativity, right? And if you spew that negativity, guess what gets cut off?
Your lips,
See that?
apparently.
All right? See?
Next.
All right? If you're filled with pride, then you will have no room for wisdom,
Yes, if you think you know everything.
right?
Like some people in the Disia community think them not everything.
Right? It's, you know, as the good book does say, you know, you must approach it as a child.
Yeah, but everyone thinks they're wicked because they went to 1-2 like classes. They have 1-2 degrees. It's like, and
Right? Something to go ahead and lift the spirits, which is out of Kenya. However, Well, however much it rains on you, no wild banana tree will grow on your head.
What?
Yes. I know, it sounds weird, right?
What?
However much it rains on you,
Yes.
right, no wild banana tree will grow on your head.
So you guys, you see this beautiful. If you look back here,
There is no wild bananas, yes,
there's
growing
two
on the head.
fairies. Guys, Dave, I don't know where you're going with
Well,
that
listen,
last
well,
one,
you
guys.
need to allow me to explain.
Okay, explain. You have
I
30
got,
seconds.
I got 30 seconds. Cool. You know, like we're looking at, of course, those challenge situations because life is hills and valleys.
Yeah.
So if you're that valley, that beast, right, going through that, of course, that's the raining part, right? And no matter, of course, how long you may think that you're there, you're not going to be there forever. That's why no wild bananas will.
Grow up on your head top.
There you go.
So, everybody, again, I would like to thank you guys for taking a moment out of your time to spend time with us on Here to Help You. Today, we talked about searching for the soul, and hopefully, you'll get back. If you didn't, if you're just catching it now, we're gonna put this out again because I
This
think
was fun.
Yeah, we need to share this.
Yeah.
Like this is just the beginning of this. I said this might turn into a 2-part show because
It could be whatever it
We
could
want it to
spawn
be.
it to be,
Yeah,
right?
like,
I mean,
there's
it's
a
just
lot.
scratching the surface, really,
yeah,
when you
this
look
is
at
just
it, right?
like the tippy top of it. But I hope you guys are able to take some of this to feed your soul. If you want more details or you want to contact us directly, you can contact me at Simone@carib101.com or Dave at carib101.com. Stop shaking your head, Dave.
Don't link
And
me.
all right, so don't link Dave.
Joke man, back, man.
Because like he has like banana trees growing on top of his head or some foolish stuff. I don't know what that means. So I know a lot of you guys are like, and poo. What are you talking about? I clearly have more sense. So contact me at Simone@carib101.com.
For real.
And we will see you guys next week on Here to Help You. Peace and love. Have a wonderful
Peace
week,
and love,
everybody.
family.
At Benjamin Law, we understand the real cost of personal injuries. As the victim of an accident, you may be the one who's physically hurt, but your main concern is that your family are the ones who will pay the price. Benjamin Law will be there for you, helping, supporting, and working tirelessly to resolve your personal injury case. Call 1-855-899-4878 or visit benjaminlaw.ca and let our family of lawyers help your family.
Are you retiring smart? Make your home's equity work for you. With your home's equity and our 30 years of experience, the Retire Smart Properties team can help you achieve the quality of life you've always wanted. Our services are 360 degrees. We'll give you advice, take care of staging and selling, and help you find the perfect home and community to transition to. It's time to enjoy the retirement lifestyle you deserve. Visit our website today to learn how you can use your home to retire comfortably. The Retire Smart Properties team, powered by RE/MAX West.